Hello and welcome to your review of the week, a roundup of the top stories on KMTV over the last 7 days. Dozens of shops in the centre of Maidstone have been closed for most of the week following a massive fire in the early hours of Monday morning. Jem Collins reported for KMTV.
This was the scene at Maidstone town centre last night as 90 firefighters and 15 fire engines battled a blaze at a bookshop at around 2 a.m. 5 car fires in the Buckland Road and Summerfield Road area were also reported just after 1:15 a.m. Well, while some roads have reopened here in Maidstone town centre, as you can see behind me, a large part of Week Street is still closed off after a blaze ripped through the Works bookshop in the early hours of this morning. You can still smell the smoke in the air here, and indeed there is still smoke pouring out. And firefighters here have told me it's one of the biggest blazes they've had to deal with in a long time.
The building was already well alight on all floors and had already spread into the roof spaces either side. Unfortunately, there's a fair amount of damage done to 5 shops. Unfortunately, when you're fighting fires, we had to be quite aggressive with our tactics in stopping the fire from spreading to larger stores further down the high street.
While there were thankfully no reported injuries, all 3 floors of the works have now been destroyed, with 3 neighbouring shops also badly damaged. And with some crews still on the scene, many locals have been left to just look in shock at the scale of the incident.
Yeah, there was sort of 3 or 4 fire engines here, and they was all pumping more water into the building. Smoke was billowing out of the building. There was lots of people here just generally filming it with their little cameras, and it was, quite a kerfuffle really. Don't often see it.
This is Jem Collins in Maidstone for KMTV.
An investigation's underway following the death of a 2-year-old girl. Graham Stothard was in Dover for us on Tuesday.
So it still remains very unclear as to what exactly has happened here. Emergency services were called to an address on De Burgh Street at 10 o'clock Friday morning, where they took a 2-year-old girl to hospital. Unfortunately, though, later that day she passed away. A 37-year-old was arrested but now has been released on police bail. Residents I spoke to on this street have said they're equally unsure as to what happened, but due to the tragic and unusual nature of the event, they still seem to be coming to terms with it. This is Graham Stothard for KMTV in Dover.
A lorry driver has been bailed by police after 13 vehicles were involved in a crash in Southborough on Wednesday afternoon. Nicola Everett has more details.
Well, an investigation is still going on into exactly how the smash happened on London Road at 3:30. More than 6 police cars, 2 ambulances, a fire service vehicle and the air ambulance were all at the scene. Firefighters had to release a man and a woman who were trapped inside their wrecked vehicle, and 3 people were taken to hospital. The road was shut for 7 hours to allow forensic teams to assess the scene.
A woman who tried to kill 3 people in an explosion at a house in Canterbury has been jailed for 18 years. Pearl D'Souza was arrested following a fire at a house in Keats Corner in April last year. The 37-year-old who admitted reckless arson and 3 counts of attempted murder will also have to spend 4 years on licence. In other news, a woman has been found guilty of neglecting her 18-month-old child after she fell from a first-floor window in Medway. The 31-year-old woman, who cannot be named, denied neglect and will be sentenced next month. 2 boys, one just 11 years old, have been arrested after a 90-year-old woman was attacked and robbed in Cowgate Hill in Dover. And Eurotunnel has announced it's selling the MyFerryLink ships it owns to another cross-channel operator, DFDS. And finally, Kent's newest hospital has opened its doors to patients in Dover. The Buckland Hospital will offer a wide range of outpatient services, has an X-ray department and minor injury unit. It's cost over £24 million to construct the new centre, which will be fully operational from Monday.
I'm very proud. I had both my children at the old hospital, and I also ran an intensive care unit in the old hospital about 25 years ago. So I've worked clinically in the old hospital, and it was wonderful in its day, but it is now no longer fit for purpose with modern health care. So to see this go up and be able to offer really good health care in a wonderful purpose-built facility is tremendously exciting.
There's more local news on KMFM, and you can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook, but that's it from KMTV.